Hello and welcome to surface area of a rectangular prism. So surface area is the amount of area around the outside of a three-dimensional shape. So if you were to take a three-dimensional shape like this rectangular prism or this cardboard box or any other rectangular prism, and you were to calculate the amount of area along each face, that would be surface area. So if you were to take this rectangular prism, unfold it, you're creating something that's called a net. And that net is a good representation of what the area, what amount of space that 3D figure would take up, like I said, if it were unfolded or flattened. Okay? So we are going to calculate some surface areas of rectangular prisms. So follow along with your first example here. We're going to calculate the surface area of a rectangular prism using this formula. So let's calculate that. So the first thing that you want to do when calculating your surface area is to label your sides. So let's label them. Label the sides. Okay, so our formula is here, and so we need to label our length, width, and height. So let's do that here. So the longest side along the base is our length, so we're going to put an L there for length. The shorter side along the base is the width, so we will label that edge with a W. And the height is how tall an object is, so this object is 3 inches tall. So we have those objects labeled. Okay, so now we're going to calculate it. So our surface area equals 2 times the length times the width. So the length is 13 and the width is 9, so we're going to substitute those into our formula. So L is 13 times the width, which is 9. So that will take care of the top and the bottom. And then plus 2 times the length, which is 13, times the height, which is 3, plus that will take care of the front and the back. And then the 2 times the width, which is 9, and the height, which is 3, and that will take care of this side and the back side there. So now we just have to calculate that. So we can go ahead and put those values into our calculator. So let's do that. Okay, so 2 times 13 times 9 is 234. Okay, 2 times 13 times 3 is 78. And our last one is 2 times 9 times 3, which is 54. And now we just have to add those 3 numbers together. So that is going to be 234 plus 78 plus 54, which gives us 366. Okay, so if we go back to our slides, okay, that was 234. Surface area equals 234 plus 78 plus 54, which totaled 366. So our surface area is 366 inches squared. Okay, let's try another. Number 2. So the first thing, again, the first thing that you want to do is label. So our length is 20, our width is 4, and our height is 6. So that is going to be surface area equals, again, just putting these values into your formula, 2 times the length, which is 20, times the width, which is 4, plus 2 times the length, which is 20, times the height, which is 6, plus 2 times the width, which is 4, times the height of 6. So then once you're here, you can just enter this into your calculator. 2 times 20 times 4 gives us 160, plus 2 times 20 times 6 gives us 240. And 2 times 4 times 6 is 48. So then for your final step, you just add those all together. 160 plus 240 plus 48 is 448. So our surface area is 448. And this is in yards, so square yards. And that is our answer. Okay, so you guys are going to try 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own. Don't forget to label your sides. That's very important. Label your sides to start, and then we're going to check our answers here shortly. Okay, and check your work here. Make sure that your answers are what I have. Okay, once you've checked your work, see if you can fix them, or if you can't, ask a question, and move on to the next video in this series.